You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Sen has commended the wife of former opposition activist Yum Sinon for directly pleading for her husband's mercy instead of asking foreign organizations to help her husband get out of prison. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the story.
Yum Sinon's wife, Sopat Makata, posted on a message on their Facebook page after her husband returned home, writing, "Dear Samdech Puk, Prime Minister Hun Sen, my husband has returned home and now he has met his children. I would like to bow down and thank Samdech Puk for showing compassion and sympathy for his sad family. My family and I would like to thank Samdech Puk and wish you good health to continue providing a cool shade for Cambodia." Prime Minister Hun Sen replied to Sopat Makata's Facebook post, saying that Yum Sinon is very lucky to have a good wife who did not cry for help and seek foreign assistance, and rather directly sought the Prime Minister's forgiveness. "I am a stubborn person under foreign pressure," wrote the Prime Minister. "The more foreign pressure, the longer the convict is in prison. This has to be remembered." Still commenting under the same Facebook post, the Prime Minister added more context in the shade of the first thing: Yum Sinon's wife did not ask for his interventions and understanding. When he saw her social media post asking forgiveness and saw Yum Sinon had himself admitted to his mistake, the Minister of Justice mediated with the Phnom Penh Superior Court to allow the former opposition activist to be released from prison and reunited with his wife and kids. The Prime Minister said, "Consider this a relief from the nightmare in the old year for happiness to be possible in the new year in the new future." Meanwhile, Sopat Makata also replied to the Prime Minister's comment, writing, "Dear Samdech Puk, I'm very excited to see that you have sent me a message. I feel very lucky that you are worrying about me. Only you could help my husband return back home, so I would like to deeply thank Samdech Puk for doing this." Last week, on the 22nd of March 2023, the Phnom Penh Superior Court issued arrest warrants for two individuals, Yum Sinon and Hun Konsal, and charges of insulting the king and inciting serious social arrest under the Article 437 of the law of the Amendment of the Criminal Code and Articles 494 and 495 of the Criminal Code of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Yum Sinon was, however, released on Tuesday night, just hours after he released a video apologising to the King and the Prime Minister Hun Sen. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. A team of United Nations agency representatives in Cambodia, led by UN Resident Coordinator Joseph Schur, met with Prime Minister Hun Sen on Tuesday afternoon at the Peace Palace in Phnom Penh. The Prime Minister's assistant, Ieng Sopalait, informed the media after the meeting that the Prime Minister and the UN representatives focused discussions on two main topics. The first was in setting goals for the royal government, with the support of the UN, with priority given to strengthening the resilient health system to move closer towards universal health coverage. The second topic was on strengthening the national social protection system by appointing the development and expansion of social protection coverage for poor and vulnerable families as the government's main priority, with the UN providing support on formulating the priority direction. During the meeting, the Prime Minister remarked that the UN system has been flexible in its implementation of the United Nations Development Assistance Framework, which is a socio-economic response framework that has helped to revise the royal government's capital and intervention goals to reducing vulnerabilities in Cambodia. The Prime Minister also noted that the UN has mobilized new resources to support the royal government's response to health and socio-economic rehabilitation needs. The Prime Minister commended the progress made by the UNDAF from 2019 to 2023, which underscores the joint efforts of all UN agencies in Cambodia and the excellent cooperation and strong partnership they have with government ministries and institutions. Regarding the preparation of the 2024 to 2028 UNDAF, the Prime Minister said that good progress has been made through inclusive consultations in a fruitful partnership environment. He encouraged stakeholders to continue their cooperation so that the new document can be completed as planned for May 2023, as this will act as the key cooperation framework between the UN and the royal government for the next 5 years. The Prime Minister requested the relevant UN agencies to continue developing their respective strategic programs in accordance with the existing consultation mechanism, and stated that the royal government will provide official support for the formation of these documents on the basis of review and approval through the Executive Council. On the two topics of strengthening resilient health systems towards universal health coverage and expanding the national social protection system, the Prime Minister said that discussions reflected a common understanding of progress, challenges, and strategic goals in Cambodia, of which human resource development will be highlighted as a key foundation in Phase 1 of the Pentagon strategy. He also expressed his gratitude for the UN's commitment to supporting the royal government in strengthening the resilient health system towards universal health coverage and expanding the social protection system for the purpose of social development. The Prime Minister encouraged the relevant ministries and institutions of the royal government to continue working closely with UN agencies to turn these commitments and support into action. You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Cambodia celebrated the National Day of Science, Technology, and Innovation with an exhibition that ran from 25th to 28th March at the COPIC Convention and Exhibition Center in Phnom Penh. More than 200 booths were on display at the exhibition, showcasing the work of many Cambodian youth in robotics, remote-controlled devices, agricultural management techniques, and more. EAC News reporter Kristen Winters has the story.
Agricultural IT student Ya Rosa exhibited his team's work on smart agriculture, which demonstrated possibilities for the future of farm management. Rosa's smart farm is equipped with soil moisture recognition technology that keeps moisture in the ground. His team also worked on heat management in vegetable farms and other security systems. While the technology is promising, it is still in its research and development stage.
ចឹងទៅខ្ញុំនឹងប្រើ smart farm ហ្នឹងគឺជា real life and ខ្ញុំអត់ប្រើភ្លើងរត់ទេខ្ញុំប្រើតែ solar ដើម្បី control វាទាំងអស់
Attracting a lot of attention at this year's expo was a drone technology booth. Hosted by the Comnit company, the booth displayed a remote-controlled aircraft and detailed the company's ambitions towards even bigger projects in the future.
បាទខ្ញុំគិតថាការផលិតយន្តហោះបច្ចេកនេះគឺជាចំណុចចាប់ផ្ដើមដំបូងគេបំផុតមុនពេលដែលយើងឈានទៅរកការផលិតយន្តហោះដែលអាចប្រើប្រាស់មែនទែនបានបង
Mr. Chun explained that in recent years, his drones have received a lot of support from people which he hopes will accomplish his dreams for the future of producing small aircraft.
ទៅមកទៀតយើងមិនមែនធ្វើតែផលិតផលយន្តហោះនឹងទេប៉ុន្តែយើងចង់ធ្វើប្រភេទយន្តហោះដែលអាចប្រើការនៅក្នុងវិស័យកងទ័ពហើយនឹងប្រើការនៅក្នុងវិស័យពាណិជ្ជកម្ម
Next to the Comnit project, a robot that looks like Luna Landing is running in front of the booth. Luna is the robot mascot for Robocon, one of the most popular competitions aired in Cambodia. This year's Robocon organizer, Mr. Pang Chamnan, said that his booth is there to further inform the public about the 2023 Robocon being held in Cambodia. He added that this year the robot competition is more difficult than before, which will make the event even more interesting to viewers.
កម្មវិធីរបស់យើងដែលយើងរៀបចំនៅចុងខែមិថុនាហើយនិងចុងខែសីហាដែលជាការប្រកួតថ្នាក់ជាតិអន្តរជាតិ
He believes that the organization of the National Day of Science, Technology, and Innovation serves to show the country and the world that Cambodia is at a high level of technological development and innovation that will only continue to progress. Of the many booths on display in this exhibition, some are hosted by international companies. South Korean company Verywords showcased their electric motorcycle, which garnered a lot of attention from visitors.
Yes, this is our the next model. So we will provide it. Actually, this model is the same performance with the Honda PCX model. So the Cambodia people is more the high performance model. So next year also we will provide this class's high performance model to Cambodian market.
Verywords has already set up an electric motorcycle factory in Cambodia and hopes to distribute to consumers in Cambodia and abroad. The company chose to produce in Cambodia because the kingdom provides more benefits and incentives for the private sector to invest in e-mobility. He noted that Siem Reap is especially receptive to clean vehicles, where the commune is looking for ways to preserve its World Heritage Site.
For the e-mobility businesses, the first and hub country is Cambodia. So we want to expand the business from Cambodia to other countries, Indonesia, Vietnam, and Thai, Laos, and Myanmar.
Senior Minister and Minister of Industry, Science, Technology, and Innovation, Chum Prasit, stated that Cambodia is a highly creative nation that has not yet been discovered. He added that from now on, the government will strengthen innovation and science initiatives for students from primary to higher levels in hopes that in 10 or 20 years, Cambodia will catch up with other countries.
ខ្មែរបញ្ញាញាតខ្មែរអត់អន់នេះខ្មែរអត់អន់រឿងបញ្ហាសំខាន់គឺរកមូលដ្ឋានឲ្យគ្រប់ដើម្បីឲ្យធ្វើម៉េចឲ្យបញ្ញាញាតនេះវារីកបានយកទៅអនុវត្តចេញបាន
The national exhibition closed on March 28th and provided a fun environment for learning about the progress of science and technology in Cambodia. The minister hopes that in the coming years, the exhibition will have a robot to welcome the participants and that more AI technologies will be included in the exhibition. Kristen Winters, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. The Japanese Navy destroyer JS Kirisame docked at the Sihanoukville Autonomous Port on Tuesday, where it will remain for 3 days as it trains new active duty officers for missions at sea. The JS Kirisame is 151 meters long, 17.4 meters wide, 9 meters deep, and weighs 4,550 tons. The ship can reach speeds of 30 knots per hour and has a total of 170 crew members. EAC News reporter Kristen Winters has the story.
Deputy Chief of Staff of the Royal Cambodian Navy, Commodore In Sokumara, welcomed the delegation of the JS Kirisame, led by Commander Maki Takayuki. During the 3-day official visit, there will be a training session between the Royal Cambodian Navy and the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, in addition to a tour of the Japanese naval ship. Commander Maki Takayuki also paid a visit to the governor of Sihanoukville, Koik Chamrong, to thank him for facilitating the docking of the Japanese ship and to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the two countries' solidarity, friendship, and diplomatic ties. Governor Koik Chamrong also noted that last year marked the 30th anniversary of the first Japanese peacekeeping operations in Cambodia, which was commemorated in part by 2 Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force ships docking at Sihanoukville in March, an event which was attended by Prime Minister Hun Sen. The governor said that Sihanoukville's deep sea port is an integral part of the development of his province. Cambodia has Japan's financial support for the port through the Japan International Cooperation Agency. Stakeholders have been building and expanding the deepwater port following the procedures of steps 1 and 2 of the agreed-upon labor calendar, which is to be completed in 2025. And continuing on to step 3 of the development plan, the governor foresees further success for Cambodia's economy. Kristen Winters, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. The Ministry of Public Works and Transport has confirmed that the China Bridge and Road Corporation will begin a study on the build of the Phnom Penh Siem Reap Expressway very soon. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has more.
In order for the study of this project to go smoothly, the Ministry of Public Works has requested the governors of Phnom Penh, Kandal, Kampong Cham, Kampong Thom and Siem Reap provinces to intervene and coordinate with the relevant authorities to provide assistance. The Minister of Public Works and Transport, Senior Minister Son Chantal, previously confirmed at a press conference on the 28th of May during a visit to the Third Ring Road that the study on the Phnom Penh Siem Reap Expressway will be completed in September of this year. Senior Minister Son Chantal also confirmed that the 4 companies had already requested to conduct studies on the new Phnom Penh Siem Reap Expressway. Cambodia launched a 1-month free trial of the brand new Phnom Penh Sihanoukville Expressway for 1 month in October 2022. From November 2022 to the end of February 2023, the expressway has earned nearly $11 million. In the middle of this year, Cambodia will begin the construction of the Phnom Penh Pavet City Expressway with an estimate of $1.6 billion. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
Sato bobo chúc chay lang đóng này thay លើបច្ចុប្បន្នឧត្តមស្នេហ៍អាចបវរលឺលន់ជាមេបញ្ជាការកងទ័ពជើងគោកពិតពិតបុត្រាដែលចូលស្នាដៃឧត្តមគឺអាចឧត្តមហ៊ុនម៉ាណិតអនុវត្តបញ្ជាស្មោះជាតិពិតពិតស្រឡាញ់គោរពអាណិតចេញពីទឹកចិត្តជាកូនខ្មែរស័ក្តិសមម្លេះទេនឹងមុខតំណែងបនថែមពិតជាម៉ូតតកាំងក្រៃលែងទុកចិត្តលែងចំបែងមុខតំណែងជួយដល់រាជការយើងសូមជូនពរជ័យក្នុងនាមកូនខ្មែរបន្តរួមថែមរតកណាជោសុខសន្តិភាពជោគជ័យបវរដែលខ្មែរទូទាំងលោករីករាយស្មោះសរគាំទ្រជានិច្ចជ័យក្នុងនាមកូនខ្មែរបន្តរួមថែមរតកដាជោសុខសន្តិភាពជោគជ័យបវរដែលខ្មែរទូទាំងលោករីករាយស្មោះសរគាំទ្រជានិច្ចបនខួបម៉ាយ100ថ្ងៃនឹកឡើងអាឡ័យអូនឃ្លាតណាយទៅឆ្ងាយឃ្លាតលែងត្រឡប់មកមហាសោកស្ដាយធ្លាប់រួមហើយផ្ទៃម្ដាយធ្លាប់រួមផ្ទៃម្ដាយស្រមោះកន្លងស្រមោះហើយកន្លងសូមអូនបានស្ងប់អូនស្រីសំណប់មកនឹកងាយគេងផ្សងនឹករៀននៅខ្មែរប្រឡែងហើយសា